Right.
Right, Final Fantasy
Here
VII
we
Rebirth,
go.
TGS 2023, let's go. Oh, is this all just like initial stuff before things kick off? Maybe we need to go
Want an
forward.
upgrade that
Oh,
doesn't
get
cost the
bloody
earth?
adverts as
Always
well.
the new
Good
devices
start,
if you
everybody.
rent instead.
Oh great, we've got a content advert, brilliant.
Fantastic.
YouTube's gonna ban us, no!
No, Durex nude.
God.
Well, I love the fact they brought the Buster Sword as well. Nice.
It's so heavy, but it's so huge.
That's what she said.
That's what she
I want to
said.
carry this around. It's too huge.
Stop
No.
waving your long sword
It's
around.
dangerous.
Let's let
Mine
him
now.
take
It's
it
mine
off.
now.
Come on, we just want to see,
heavy
we want to see
Cloud.
gameplay,
While
we want to
he's
see
sleeping,
trailers
he
that's
has
hopefully
this
louder.
sword
I've just
this
realised,
way.
is she wearing Cloud's
when he's
dress
sleeping,
from,
he
you
will
know,
like
one of the
this.
dresses?
Oh yeah, that,
You
Is she
remember
I
very well.
think she is.
So
Well
scary.
spotted.
Okay, so you can
well
carry this
spotted.
around?
I think
No,
that
no,
is
please.
one of the dresses
Isn't
you
that
can get in
the-
remake.
That's like the good
Dangerous,
dress
you
that you
should
get.
not wait.
I think
That's
it
like
might
the
be.
best one, isn't it? I feel like
I
that's
like that
Thorsten is
detail.
waiting for
Nice.
you. I'd like to know everything about this title, and you can have some spoilers.
No, we don't want spoilers, we just-
Not spoilers.
Oh, pause it. Did you hear a squishy?
I did hear a squishy. Bear with me.
Fucking hell.
Haha, you knew it was gonna happen.
So basically, Squish 2 had a nap at about 5 PM today. Yeah, he's woken up. Ah! Right. Give us a minute, guys. Gonna work out what we're gonna do. You're probably all gonna leave, but hang out, chat amongst yourselves, talk about what you'd like to see, and we'll be back in a minute. Can't wait to see how they improved the Gold Saucer, considering how they improved on Wall Street. I know, Uncle Brian, I was so excited when I saw Gold Saucer, you know, when it had that same feeling, you know, when you first approach in the cable car, and then you had that FMV where it had like all the rides and the Gold Saucer, and it just gave me that same feeling. Like, I think we're not going to be disappointed.
Please look forward to it. Yes.
We shall
everyone
look forward
looks
to it,
forward
yes.
So
I heard
we are
Sephiroth
reaching
there.
to that
Is Sephiroth going to be
part,
playable?
then
I feel
what
like
we
they
can
said
expect
something
in
about
that
Sephiroth
is
will be
this or
playable.
that.
Well, it looks that way
You know,
because of the
yeah,
fact they
so
when you're doing the
many things
whole
we-
recounting the past
Now,
sort of thing, so
we
flashback
would
stuff.
I've been told that I can share this with you. I can speak to you. Somehow, the original Final Fantasy VII, the end is different.
Oh,
What is it? I can't say that. I can't explain that.
the end
It
is
might be
different.
that there might be something coming off today. The Sephiroth who should have been dead that reappears.
What?
So the original Final Fantasy VII is not the same future. That's how it ends. So that's the Final Fantasy
What?
remake.
What? Don't skip when you're telling us juicy stuff like that.
I
So
think
the ending is going to be different
explanation
of this one or the
Marco,
full
thank you so
game.
much. I was wondering how much
Who
I
knows?
could talk to
Just
the
want to see some
boys.
trailers
It's
and
so
stuff.
wonderful.
Yeah, we want to see some gameplay and
So
Yeah.
the way
Shit.
it ended, if you play this Rebirth, you'll be able to see the big picture. So after fleeing from Midgar, you come into this big world and you visit various cities and places.
Yep.
And
So
the
that's
real
Cosmo Canyon. This
travel
isn't
adventure
Cosmo
of Cloud
Canyon.
and his fellows
Where was
starts.
that?
In the trailer up to now, we haven't really shown it very clearly, but in the places they go through, there
Yeah,
will be
it's
many
got ships and
characters
masts and things.
encounters
Yeah.
with characters,
It's not
and there's a
Wutai or, like-
drama in those areas.
It's not the fishing village where the dolphin is it?
For those who play the original,
what Lower
would
June.
I
wonder
love the
whether
fact
that
you can do this with the
happens.
chocobos.
I'm
Yes.
sure some of you may be worried.
Segway.
And
Hey.
the segue.
But almost, I think we've covered all.
So this I think is Medial.
So there are various
Which is interesting,
with
'cause,
impact that who have not
that's
come
not till
alongside
quite a bit
not
later
till
in the
quite a
original.
bit later, but I think they're rejigging some stuff.
Midgazolum.
The area that you would be most
That
concerned
thing.
is the difference of from the original. But within the main story, I think is covering the original as it
The
prolongs.
Materia Keeper.
And as you
Trying to hear what-
mentioned,
Sorry.
in the previous last,
This is
of
like
course, there's something that is added. So it's original plus the rebirth, new story, which will kind of come along and duplicate, which is basically the story. So what you just saw, some of you may have realized, but is Gion, is from the Gold Saucer.
yes.
Yes.
So we also
that
have
guy.
KelBear, who
course.
appeared in the previous one. And this person, who is this person? Again, is a question mark and is an interesting point.
Right.
So I think various
So the other guy that was
characters come
dancing.
up very quickly.
I thought they were talking about the hooded guy there.
No, that wasn't Medial. Okay, where do you think that is then, Model? I feel like that might be Medial. You know the Who Am I bit where Tifa helps out Cloud and she's like in the live stream? I feel like that bit is in the trailer as well, where she sees the weapon.
Possibly, yeah, but we don't know absolutely for sure
No.
at this point.
But does the Who Am I bit happen around the same time as Medial?
Well, it is.
Yeah,
in
it is, isn't it? Because that's when she helps him work out who he is and all this stuff, and they piece it together. But so I think that could be Medial.
Could be, but of course it might be something new. It might be something different.
Oh, it's a doctor from Coral from the Traces of Two Pasts novel.
Of course, it could be, Coral. Yes.
Okay, I've never read any of the novels the novel. Don't know if there's multiple novels, but cool, good knowledge.
So that was it. Wow.
So
Wow.
genuine.
That's what we do when the kids show us something. Show, look at this thing.
It's kind of really vast.
Wow.
There's a lot of things I'm so curious.
Come on then. We're in. It's very dark.
So from here, so we start from here, right?
We've got like all the party members.
Yep.
We just opened the door.
Oh.
So this is the grassland area. So Cloud has fled from Midgard and are going to the south of Midgard in the grassland area. And they're staying in a town in a place called Calm. But
Yep.
Shinra have heard that the Avalanche are staying there, so are attacked and are escaping from Calm, which is here.
Look at
Right.
So
Okay.
in terms of the rebirth, game experience will start from here. So the world map characterizes is how we've shown. And in the previous promotion, the reason why we show this was that meaning. So this is the field. Wow. This is the field. Is this the field?
This is
What's
the
this?
field, not a field.
So it's in this field that the world map, we have it as one space, and within that we have this grassland area and other areas, and within that area there's towns as well as dungeons that are in a seamless as a
Nice.
big world
Okay.
map.
Wait a sec. So you've got the world map, one open space. Have they actually done it like the original then?
Sounds like they may have done it.
You get to a point on the world map and then it loads up and then it opens up like a town or a dungeon. Oh my god, that's huge. That's huge.
So it's like an open world. So it's like a very flexible, free world. So you're able to go through the lands which are connected, and you're able to feel directly the Final Fantasy Rebirth world. So if you actually live in this world, this is the kind of distance you have. So in this grassland area, it's only a part of this world area, and it's just a 2-kilometer area. So even if you explore this, it won't end.
What?
It is so realistic. I was wondering
2
how you're going
kilometers?
to create this field, but we made
There's a reasonable amount of space to explore,
the
but
fans waiting for the
be
remake
more.
will not be satisfied, so we made this happen. Fantastic. You'd like to
So
go
we have
everywhere.
Cloud Barrett and
Now
Red
they
13,
are
and then
ready
the
to
others are
start.
just.
And in this
So you can
cycle,
switch
go
between
various
them.
places of the world map, as well as change party members as you'd like.
And then Aerith is
This time
L2 there.
I'd
You
like
can
to-
switch
You
your
can
party
switch
however
between
you
them.
want.
You can
Oh
switch
my
Nice.
god,
diverse
they're all with
party
us.
members, and you can switch from the command pane. You don't have to use PHS. You don't need that.
look at that.
Okay, how large is that? Sorry.
PHS is not necessary.
Reasonably large.
So
Wow.
it's more than you can use smartphones. To
I don't think
switch
that's the
parties.
final look of it either. I
No.
think it's going to be a bit more like
The
16
game,
was.
There will be encounters with enemies. Yes. And in terms of distance,
As you would expect,
about
obviously.
900 meters. Oh my god, so-
That's to the objective point, that is,
To the
yeah.
objective point.
Explain battle system. This time in the battle system, we have a synergy system. There's a synergy ability and synergy skill. First, I'd like to
Nice.
start with synergy
Pretty
skill.
good.
Looked like you were charging
Cloud
something
is
there.
utilizing the power from Aerith, And Tifa uses the magical power from their list and try to conduct a combination attack in the air, and you can just guard or charge the attack or combination attacks. These
Oh, is that stagger?
technical.
I think so.
Synergy can be utilized. You do not have to use ATBs, so you can use this while ATB gaze is filling up.
Oh, so you combine characters'
This
moves
is
together and
something
then...
different but we have every combination of every party member for that synergy skill, so please
This looks
learn
really
every
nice.
combination and synergy skills as you'd like.
It's like they
various items on
thought,
the field.
okay,
Yes,
everyone
there are so
loved the
many
world map
items on
elements,
the
so
field,
let's
and
bring it
some
in
of you
its
have
own,
played
They
this,
had
its
to
own
do the
special
world map,
way, yeah.
There's a crafting or item transmutation system is adopted, and you can pick some
Ooh.
Craft
items from
items,
the enemies
nice.
and
That's
gather
an
various
interesting menu
items,
background.
and you can craft or
Can you go
transmute
back to
various
that? That's an interesting menu background.
Yeah, I wonder if that changes based on like where you are or something like that.
Transmutation system is adopted.
Card game decks. Look at that. So we've got...
Card game decks.
No need to shout.
Hold the phone. So we're going to have a card game.
Looks like it. So we got what we got in here. Item craft, right? Okay, so actually crafting items rather than just picking them up. Material equipment, yep. Battle settings, yep. Enemy report, yep. Upgrade weapons. I wonder if it's going to be the same as it was last time. You know, that whole sort of like it's not a Crystarium. That's 13. That is,
Yeah.
but the whole SP system thing. I wonder if it's going to be the same sort of style as that.
See, yeah, that was my first thought, Red Priest, that it looked like the Forgotten City, but you've got this sort of solar system type thing going on, like in the circle at the top left there. You've got kind of pyramid things. It does feel very Forgotten City-like. Interesting.
And interestingly about, like, I'm just seeing about the levels that they're starting out at, level 21.
Dropped items from the enemies and gather various
We're
items.
assuming that that's at the
And you
beginning,
can
though.
Craft
I think
or
they
transmute
hinted
said
that this is like the
this is
first
the
thing you'd be
start.
doing.
Yes, they did
By
actually.
doing so, you can create various items, and when you become more mature, a defense gear,
Oh, got crafting.
armor, equipment, or
Yeah.
you can reinstate your gears.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like
can be used
something
from the start to the
little
end
different.
of the game.
Temple of
Please
the
use this
Ancients.
Item transmutation or crafting
Good shout.
Be that as well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like us to ask you to explore in the field. So there's so many wide field areas
Can you fall off?
go
Yeah.
down from here. Yes, from the hill.
You take full damage.
And also you
Doesn't
can
look like you
climb
do.
up to the hill.
I'm guessing, my guess is they will let you jump certain things and it's not going to hurt you, but if there's anything too far.
I want full damage. I hope they add
Compared
it.
to the previous title,
Bunny
there's more
rabbits!
flexibility in movement, and also this, there you can see
Does that
some
mean you're happy?
animals walking
Although,
around.
why are there
And
animals
also
around? I
everybody
thought
loved this
it's just the area
Ciarra
around
boxes.
Midgar
You
that's
can
kind of
identify
fucked, isn't it?
Boxes!
Baby Chocobo! Did you see that?
I did see the baby chocobo, yes. There it is.
In addition to that, as you are walking, there's a very small chocobo, and you can follow.
Is he leading
the
us
chocobo.
somewhere? Hey, it's a bus
And
stop.
He says, please follow me, and we can see some signposts. When you fix this signpost of the game, you can
fast
use
travel.
this as a fast travel point.
Love it.
And from the world perspective, this chocobo will be very delighted to see. So cute.
How fucking random and awesome.
And after fixing signpost, you can create trust with this chocobo, and you can give some reaction
Excellent.
to this.
Ah, you can pet the
So
chocobo.
cute. And depending on the area, the reactions may vary. So please try it. And you can
Love
use
it.
this as a fast
Bench.
travel point, as well as...
Oh, so that's a
these
fast travel
bench
point, then, is
benches.
it? That's cool. I mean,
But
they
this
did
is
have a
different.
sort of a small sort of fast travel system. Like, I remember, is it chapter
he's using
14?
cushion.
Where
Did Cloud just get a cushion?
You got a cushion out, yeah.
Benches
Okay,
that
so
are
it's still
old
the same
and
system of
dirty
like
to
sit on a
use.
bench
Yeah.
to restore
I
your
think Cloud
HP
would
and
like to
MP.
use cushions when he'd
But
like
yeah,
to
they had
sleep
like
on
a
the
little
bench.
fast travel thing in Midgar in chapter 14 before you went off to like, you know, heading off towards the Shinra building sort of thing. And it was Chocobo's Chocobo carriage, if you remember that.
Red 13 is designed for the near range attackers. You can show various special moves close to enemies, and you can charge your ATB gaze to.
He looks handy.
So we're getting to play as Red 13 now.
Yep.
a
He's
very
not a guest
powerful
character
ATB.
like he
I
was
feel
in
like
the remake.
Kate Sith or
Use this,
Vincent
this
might
is
be
very
guest characters
powerful.
in this.
And Red 13 has another special one, that is the vengeance gauge. When you protect or
I'm guessing when it
guard
says
the
heat,
attacks of
it's being
enemies,
pressured
you can charge
in the
vengeance package, and when
like we got in Remake.
you can go into the dangerous mode with the special abilities you can use in that state. It's not that Red 13 can just go into the enemy's attack,
Red
but also
13
you
looks
can guard the attacks from
badass.
enemies, and you counter
They all
it
can be
at a
pretty
very
handy in their own way.
Red 13 has been very differentiated from other characters, so please.
It's cool the fact you've got all of them running around
using
with you.
Red 13.
Yeah.
Red 13, I'd like to play this character, which we could not use in the previous title, and many times were
You could
complained
swim!
about that. You can swim in the river or in the ocean. Maybe
In the ocean?
To a certain
Did you
point,
say
so that was
So
eventually?
many various
Okay, it's been
well,
confirmed
actions
Vincent will be
so
a
that you
guest.
can
They haven't said
enjoy
anything about Sid
exploring
yet.
the
Yeah,
various
fair enough.
voices of
I'm going to
360
guess
meters
that at certain points, certain chapters, if they do a sort of like a chapter style in this as well,
This
that
time, as I
obviously you've got all
mentioned earlier,
5
this
characters
is-
around at the moment that you'd have at this point in the game. I expect there will be points when you're set in terms of like, right, you only have these 3.
Yeah.
Or something like
rent
that.
it, so we are going to Chocobo Ranch. We are going to
Yeah.
Chocobo
Is that where we're heading, is it?
Yeah.
So that we can
Nice.
go to the swamplands.
Looking
Everybody loves
oh yes,
We're
just
going
like
to
we're
the
saying.
swamplands. We're going to see what the
He's
Midgard's looks like. Oh my god, it's
Bill,
the
Chocobo
Chocobo
Bill.
guy, Chocobo Bill.
I will ignore him this time,
Oh,
but you
poor
can meet
Bill.
him here.
In fact, it's sort of, it's
Have
sort
we
of-
got the stables in the same little way?
I think it is, yeah, that's where we are.
And
Oh, this looks
here
amazing.
would like to
Pretty
rent
good to me.
Chocobo. In this title, Chocobo offers the various characteristics. Some Chocobos can climb up the hill, or some Chocobo can fly in the sky, or some go over the water or sea at a very high speed. And you can use a Chocobo to go various places. That is one of the uniqueness of this title. And
I like that.
this
So that's a
Billy,
bit like Final
Chocobo
Fantasy
Billy,
IX, isn't it?
Chocobo Billy is very important character in this title. I
Oh,
see.
oh yeah, because that's right. You had Chocobo Billy the kid, didn't you? Like,
Yeah.
And
Billy the
now
Kid.
we are now trying to rent the Chocobo, but we were asked to catch a Chocobo who
Yeah.
went away.
Okay,
Same
so
as
like
the
the
original,
first
yeah.
quest.
Now we are going to catch a Chocobo.
Yay!
In the original version, do you remember how we catch Chocobo?
You give them a nut, don't you? And then you hope they don't run away.
We give them greens.
Greens. Oh, no.
Greens and
Oh, the
yeah.
nut is to make them, isn't
Monsters
it?
out from Chocobo, right? Yes, that is
Get them
correct.
a nut to get them in the
That
mood.
reminds me
What was the
of memory.
best nut that you got from that dude?
Zayo nut.
Zayo
How
nut.
we
That
are going
dude
to
in
get
the,
Chocobo
his
is
little
something
cabin.
I'd like to show you and explain to you from now. In this title, as with the original version, you should follow track and footprints. That is the homage we've made.
Oh, they've
I
got the
remember that, yes.
footprints.
In the original version, that was some symbolic, but in this title, you can see the actual footprints here. It's
Yep.
so real, and you should follow and track these footprints of Chocobo, and then you can meet a bunch of Chocobo groups.
So yeah, we found Chocobo. So let's go and capture Chocobo. So how do you think that we're going to capture Chocobo in this one?
Well, there's one that
Using a
conveniently
net?
has a saddle and everything.
Use a net.
right? So let's actually try
Yeah,
it
running
out.
around with like a big. Ugh,
Why are we getting condom adverts all the
I have
time?
no idea.
So how are we going to capture Chocobo in this one?
Oh, we're gonna go stealthy,
It's a
stealthy.
stealth mini-game for
We
capturing the
assassinating this chocobo?
No, we are
in the
capturing
stealth
them and wanting to
mini-game,
ride
so
them.
that Chocobo doesn't realize. We are very careful so that we don't have ourselves in the sight of Chocobo.
Oh, I
this
see.
is
So
the
we're
first
going
one,
after
so
the
it's very
one that's got the
easy.
saddle.
So if you're very careful of Chocobo not looking at you, so we said that there are Chocobo with various capabilities.
Oh, is it like the
but it's
Oglop game in Final Fantasy IX? Yeah, it's going to turn around and then, oh, do you remember that Oglop game with Sid the Oglop?
yeah.
But even if you fail, you can retry.
No, it wasn't. Oh,
there's
yeah,
no
you were
penalty, so I
rescuing
want
Sid, weren't
to
you?
make
No, it wasn't the
a lot
Oglop
of
that turned around. It was that.
It was like a Pedro Pie style
Pedro
thing.
Pie, yeah.
And where you see it over there.
Yes, it was the way you sort of like basically paying, what's the game?
What's the time, Mr. Wolf?
Yeah, in a sense.
I think they will realize. So in this case, you
Are we
want to throw
throwing
a
something at
stone
it?
so that
To
you're
distract
able to
him?
divert the view and capture during those times.
So you distract him.
Throw a rock!
Throw a rock
By
at him.
throwing a stone, you're able to divert the view.
bloody
So this is
massive
an
rock that was.
opportunity. So during this opportunity, you go
Aha,
and you
I've got
get
it.
on. You get
And then
on.
do we have to break it, like in
And
Red Dead?
This is like
No, like when you break in a horse.
feels
when you have to
safe
ride it for
when
so
you
long.
grab, Chocobo feels a sense, and then you can become very close with Chocobo and able to
Like, oh.
utilize
Oh, you like me?
Chocobo
Oh,
because
good.
you have this bond, you have this trust relationship. Oh, and you can provide the Gizzard Green.
Good old
Gizzard
Gizzard
As you
Greens.
explore the world map, you will be utilizing Chocobo quite a lot,
cushioning
not just
behind me.
riding, but it has various parts. And you're able
So
to
cute.
customize various
Oh,
things.
what
So
am I
you're
missing?
able to
What am I missing?
customize the Chocobo and create your own Chocobo as you explore the world map. So cute. You feel like this sense of affinity. Going back to where you come is a bit of a troublesome.
Oh, I see. So it's
but for those
the
places that
current
you've
model of it
visited
basically
before, you
turns it
can,
to colour when you've been
register
there.
that
Right.
as a
On the map.
fast track. So very fast.
I don't think that's going to be the
action.
final
So
version of that map.
I
Nah,
want you to
just have a
I
utilize
agree.
the fast track function. And over there you see Chocobo already
Gobble,
back
gobble,
in the
gobble,
ranch. Yes, Chocobo's back.
Can we breed the Chocobos? We must be
This
able
time,
to, because you've got the different
Chocobo
colours.
wants come
Unless
back to
they've
the
done away
ranch
with
to
the
provide
breeding
various lecture.
sort of
So we're
game
going to
and
prepare
turned it into like just
so
effectively a
hope
hunt, you know,
not.
sort of like
old
the
green
capturing
Chocobo
game, and
green
it's just
saying
harder
please
to
wait. So
capture the
utilizing
different
this
colours.
time, we
No, I
want to
think-
showcase some of the elements of the exploration of world map whilst we wait for Chocobo to finish. Oh, wow.
Chadley?
Something like that.
Is that his name? Chadley?
Chadley.
Yes!
Have
Memory
you
still
forgotten
working.
me?
He's got a new monocle.
With those cute eyes, we remember Chudley.
Chudley.
Of course, all
Chudley.
of us would remember
Oh, dear.
Chudley, but Chudley said, I want to go to the world map. So he's now made his research to world map.
So he can help us out with more stuff.
By exploring the world map and from the
No doubt.
knowledge that you've developed, you're able to develop the material, the old Remno wave tower that are not utilized, but by utilizing that, Chudley will be able to explore the world map.
Ah,
So
okay.
they're the tall neck
Using
of Final
activating
Fantasy.
various,
I wonder if there's a
So
trophy
the
for
Remno wave
uncovering
tower,
every bit
we're
of the
going
map.
to initiate
Probably.
that. So this has the fantasy elements and the light elements, which is the Final Fantasy VII. Wow, it's really good for my heart, I suppose. So by activating
Makes me
the
think of
Remno wave
Xenoblade Chronicles
tower,
X, 'cause that's the
world
sort of thing
map
you do in
close
that.
To the Remno wave tower, you're able to detect, and Chudley knows where they want to explore.
Oh, so he then
So
puts
Chudley's searching,
quests up on the map?
Might highlight
investigating.
nearby things
then-
Right,
that...
okay,
As
so
you
points of
see,
interest.
There we go, and
On
it sort of
the area
expands a
maps,
bit and then
the
highlights
area
things on the map.
Chudley wants you to investigate will appear. So it's around 800 meters difference. So from Calm to Chocobo Ranch, it was 1 kilometer. So I think it's roughly the same distance. But now
Wait, from
Chocobo's
Calm to the
ready,
Chocobo
we're going
Ranch
to
is
ride
1
on
kilometer.
Chocobo and see how convenient Chocobo is. Okay, we're going to ride and
That's
Chocobo
massive,
and go to the
isn't it?
place, go to our destination.
They weren't that far
one,
apart
that
in the-
Pico, right? Pico is ready.
I almost want to
So
load
we're
up the
gonna
original and
whistle.
see how far that... It was a reasonable
Reasonable
distance.
distance, yeah, but you didn't know
So Red 13
how
too.
far it was. But obviously
So
the
that's
map
Red 13,
seemed a lot
right?
smaller. It's like they seemed to cover a load of ground like quite
They're
quickly.
riding. Red 13 is riding. Wow.
How is
Red
Red
13's
how is
right.
Red, yeah, Red
How the
13.
You can see Chocobo's running. Sometimes Chocobo
No, that's
realizes to take
ridiculous.
something.
I'm sorry, that looks
So
ridiculous.
From the smell, if you smell,
I feel like... No, I feel like it's a
wild
design
rabbit
choice
has the
that they maybe
tendency
shouldn't
of
have gone
digging
with.
or putting something
Yes.
on the ground.
I feel like Red should just be running along. Like, Red can
So
run.
if
We've seen that
Chocobo
at the
makes a
end.
response, I want you to proactively use Chocobo. So
Now I'm just going to be like
Chocobo,
this.
No, that's fucking ridiculous.
You don't
I'm
want
sorry.
to capture a wild rabbit, so very cute, huh?
Different.
It's Mog's house!
That's the Moogle
what?
house.
What are you
Moogle
doing
house.
here?
It's the Moogle house! Hey Val, how you doing? Sorry, I'm just losing my shit because I've just seen Mog's house!
Did you realize it's Moogle
Yes,
house?
I realised straight
I
away.
loved Gold Salsa, so I don't have time, so we have to skip here.
No!
They could give you a bit of a medal, right?
Oh, you
So as we
tease!
proceed
Right, so this is one of the
around, we
new
will
spots
be
discovered.
explaining the
This is
bug
one of
with
the
the
new
combat,
areas
so we've
that
arrived.
Chadley's uncovered.
Oh, hello!
It's a big
How
beastie.
with,
I feel like I recognise
tips
those. Were they
for-
enemies at this point of the game
I don't
on
recognise
the
those.
world map?
Content
Please, no
on-
boring
of
fetch
Chadley
stuff. Yeah.
I mean, there'll probably be something along those sorts of lines at some point, but it feels like these areas...
I feel like the pacing is going to be better in this compared to 16.
Off we go. Oh, we got a time limit for some reason.
Why do we have a time limit?
And what happens? Is it game over when we hit 0?
Maybe
or?
if we stop talking and listened, we'd know.
With this monster, but you should be well prepared, or you'll be killed, beaten by these.
So these are harder fights.
They are so strong
Right, that makes
and
sense.
powerful.
Apparently there's a lot of talk back and forth on the way Red 13 should ride the Chocobo. They went with the way Nomura saw it. Have to say, I don't agree. I think Red 13 would be able to keep up with the Chocobo. Why the fuck would he ride a Chocobo?
Because then you get this.
Yeah, but it...
Sorry.
No. Just fucking no.
Okay, the time's at 0. So maybe like one, because I see objectives in the top left. Maybe, you know,
Maybe
one of them is
the
doing it
objectives
within
do
a
it
certain
within the
time limit.
Yeah.
Right, so you get the option to retry these then to get all the
Right, okay.
objectives. Only 5 months to go, ladies and
This
gentlemen.
is going to be, yeah, 100 hours. It's going to be 100 hours because of how long
And
it...
this time,
Ooh.
some of you may know you can
this calm?
play a mercenary quest. Mercenary quest. There are so many people.
Where is this?
Trail
You
thing.
can
I reckon
start
that's to
quests
show
when
you where you
go
need to
to
go.
cities.
Where's this?
You can start
This looks like
various
it's
quests.
calm.
You can
It is-
essentially
it is calm,
green
yeah.
icons on top of some of the
Is it?
people.
The inn at Calm?
And then
Yeah.
you can
Oh, they've made this
governor
look
of Calm. There's
so much bigger than the original.
Yeah, because Calm was tiny.
Calm, it is so fantastic. You can see so many people
The,
living here.
How many details?
Wheel.
People
Yeah.
walking around in the city.
Oh.
It's difficult to
I
identify
love what they've done with
who's
it.
in some
I love the
some
fact it's
people.
so much busier than the
And in this
original as
world,
well.
You have
Definitely
very
feels a bit
nice
more
Yeah.
sort of realistic in that sense.
There's a quest board.
This is the notice board.
Excellent.
When you see notice board,
Help
you can
wanted.
see some
Merc for
quests
hire.
or requests on the
Cool.
board. So from here, you can start quests.
These are all your fetch quests
It's so
that
helpful.
Recommend
none of us will want to do.
In this quest, as time's limited,
There's
I'm going
cows.
to use fast travel. You need
Where's
to
this?
go to that place to use fast
I don't
travel.
know.
In
I
need.
found the client for whoever's
And
posted the help wanted.
In this quest, Red 13 is with Cloud. So Cloud plus someone from your party
Okay,
will play
so-
personally, and by doing so, you can build trust and better relations with Cloud, and you can imagine how that will
Cool,
play out
okay.
in the later part of the game.
Wait, what?
And then
So they've just said you do quests and you build up trust with different characters, and you can imagine how that will play out in later part of the game. I mean, that is just a guy translating very quickly what is being said in Japanese, but
Hmm.
that to me opens up so many. I mean, obviously it's like Affinity, like a bit like Xenoblade or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's like they've specifically said there that doing side quests with different characters, could we be opening ourselves up to a situation where doing certain quests with characters gives you certain outcomes at particular events?
Maybe.
I mean,
Yeah.
we had it in the original 7, didn't we? Like, depending on how many times you talked to Tifa, or like certain stuff that you did with Aerith or Barrett or whatever, determined who you got as your date.
Yep. Red Priest has just said about that. They've
For
seen it,
the Gold Saucer.
for example.
So,
Yep.
are they referring to that possibly, or possibly other things?
Could be possibly some extra things they've added in and stuff like that.
You know
And to be
what I'm
honest,
saying? Other things, like could it?
Maybe not at the same time. I mean, of course, the other stuff that it might influence is such, which is less interesting as such, but like their sort of synergy attacks and stuff like that might improve the more you do that sort of thing
that's
as well.
a sort of the combat definitely it will probably have an effect.
Yeah.
But I just wonder whether we're going to have a chance to influence certain fates. So let's see.
Possibly.
Wouldn't the cows be
Red
like
13 is
terrified
so in
if
a hurry. He's like, and
Red
a
13
dog
ran at them?
chasing sheep.
Probably.
Problems with
I'm sorry,
chocobos, and Red
Nomura, I
13,
cannot get behind that.
Does not like chocobo will
No, I-
overtake his.
It looks like his back is going to hurt riding that chocobo after a while.
He looks like he's in the
He doesn't
position
look
where it looks like
comfortable.
he's going to be doing a shit.
How long you can move to the next phases of the story?
I'm going to say it before anybody else does, alright?
Why don't you check out the demos?
What are you referring to when you say demos?
Have they
Like
released-
actual demos? I'm sure there would have been more uproar if they'd actually
Have they
released
released a
something.
demo that we can play, or is it,
It'll be, I'm sure it'll be something on there
or is it
rather
like
than anything we can
stuff
play.
that we can watch? Take it you want to go
Oh,
blind?
demos others have played, right? Gotcha. Yeah, I have seen there were a few around. I sort of don't want to see too much of it until we do it
If
ourselves.
it's not a hands-on that
people
we
love
can do,
participating
if it's not a
online.
demo that we can play, I think maybe we should leave it.
I agree on that front. I think, to be honest, when I was getting this loaded up ready, I saw lots of things coming up in recommendations, obviously because of all the things that you've watched over time and thinking, I was like, I've played the demo, I've played the demo, I've played the demo sort of thing. See, I don't really want to see too much of this.
I'm so glad I came here today.
Me too.
So I've kind of made that into 2 to 3 minutes video, so I would like to show this for the first time.
Ooh.
Great.
What are we getting shown?
Please. So you're able to make reactions. Please feel free to make. So this is the Moogle house, the one we saw earlier.
They're so cute with their little teeth. Look at the teeth. No! Fuck off, Aldi, with your advert.
Patience.
So it's like a mini game.
Minigame!
Oh,
So Moogle house mini game. And
these guys
these
again.
fuckers again.
them. The various
Vex
characters
badasses.
are coming to the world map together with Cloud escaping or fleeing from Midgar.
Great, so we get these guys again. Wonderful.
They have various stories. They're kind of being beaten.
Right.
They're being
Where
beaten.
are we here?
So they're characters that are loved.
Oh, is that was that a board game I saw?
It is a board
Queen's
game.
Blood.
And
Oh, a
this
card game.
is,
So this is the card
there's
game
the
it was
story.
referencing.
So from the start till the end, you're able to play during the game. I just showed you just a bit.
Okay, great.
As I
Oh, I want to see more about the card game.
I think it might have flipped past that now.
What was that card game?
Ooh.
Yeah,
I'm
what was
showing
that
you
card
bits and
game?
pieces.
Ah, show me more.
Chocobo
This is different
Racing.
from Chocobo Race,
Well.
but as a tutorial for Chocobo for you to be able to get
Okay.
used to Chocobo. This itself is enjoying. This is where Aerith is the protagonist.
Hey, flower picking again.
So the theme is the flower in terms of the quest. I think they were picking flowers.
Yeah, we did pick
Aerith
flowers.
was
Oh,
picking
what's this?
flowers. And not
Oh,
just
hello.
monsters we saw earlier. They are very strong monsters.
Strong monsters,
that
like
appear
This is a
if
world
you are
report
able to
thing,
give
this is.
some a request. So this one is a very strong one.
Nice.
So this, if you are able to finish a certain condition, it appears. It's a very rare monster.
Nice.
So there's
Piano.
the piano.
Is that Tifa's
Oh,
piano?
Piano?
Love it.
Can it be? So it's now
I
a
like
different
it.
game. So it's now a rhythm game.
You're gonna love that.
Oh,
there's more
I'm all for
Songs
that.
that he can
Wait,
play.
where's this?
Wu-Tai?
Oh. Where is this
Wu-Tai?
place? Where is this?
Wu-Tai!
I was sure I saw something that
La, la, la,
suggested
la.
Wu-Tai wasn't going to be in this part.
Ah! Right, hang on a minute. What are they gonna say? That was fucking Wu-Tai!
Oh, I'm so intrigued. What was that?
That was
So
Wu-Tai!
if you include that, it would have taken 2 hours, and the director said I can't present that. So you showed me bits and pieces. This is
Like it.
I wanted to
Gilgamesh.
see more. Intrigued by
could be.
but card
Gilgamesh
games
wasn't in the original, though, if
No,
I
he
remember
wasn't.
correctly.
But he would fit in quite nicely in Wu-Tai.
with
But
the card
in Wu-Tai, you've got those statues where, you know, when you go up into the cave and then Don Corneo sort of gets the girls, doesn't he, and hangs them upside down off the statues.
The Darchao statue, isn't it?
Yeah, so maybe it's maybe they put a Gilgamesh fight in there in some way, because you don't really do
That'd be
much
cool.
in Wu-Tai, do you? So that would be a perfect place to add something like Wu-Tai, like Gilgamesh.
It would.
Ooh. With the way Red 13 is sitting on a chocobo, it looks like he'd be dressing up as a sailor.
Yes, I was thinking
Yes!
about that part. Everybody there saying, I make a very good human, don't I? Turns around, his tail's just
Oh
out.
my god, I can't wait to see
Yes.
Red 13 dressed. I mean, the fact that they've done the Mog House and we're going to see Red
Sorry.
13 as a sailor, aren't we? Yeah,
think we are.
Once you go through the story, you go back, or once you've cleared the games, then you go back. So I think it's really dependent on the individual.
So it's so
Wonderful.
fucking big.
And-
They're basically saying this game is so fucking big with all the side quests. Don't necessarily do them all. Do some of them, but like that's what they're saying there, isn't it?
I wanted Noda-san you to play today.
Oh, he's going to try and play the piano.
Is he?
So much pressure on me. I wonder if I can do it. Okay, you will. Can I play? All right, we have it over there.
Wow.
So this is the play
This
column.
lady is a very good translator.
We're going to switch to the screen.
Oh, it's on the analog as well.
Yeah.
Like
Jesus, that's going to be difficult.
With
This is a different
So
piano
this
as
is
well.
really
This is
quite
somewhere else.
real.
Yeah, I
The
can't wait to
development
see what
staff
some people
was able
manage to do
play
on
and
this.
show-
Oh, you
understand.
Team Aerith or Team Tifa? Oh.
Are you Aerith camp or Tifa camp?
Tifa. Pick Tifa. Aerith is easier to play though, apparently.
Yeah.
So pick
2
that one.
stars and 3
So I'm
stars.
going to pick Aerith because I've no choice.
What do you mean you've got no choice?
But
You do.
I'm going to pick Aerith's theme song.
Like the metronome.
God, that's going to be fun.
Oh, that was
Okay,
him.
Got it. Nice. Okay.
Oh God, this actually looked quite hard.
It's so difficult. But you're doing it. You're doing okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, I got it. I got it. And then the songs come along. Wonderful, lovely. You got it in an instantaneously. Yeah, I got it.
Oh, this is going to be challenging.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm trying to sort of do it with my thumbs
Yeah.
as we do it. It's actually, that's going to be a challenge.
The analog sticks are janky
So
as fuck
you're
for this
using
sort
the
of thing, though.
analog
So I mean,
stick,
it's
not just the right-hand side.
it's
If
going to be
you have to
tough.
use your left-hand
Yeah.
side unless you're used, you do come to a panic. And the music,
Yeah, because
There
you might
are
say that they said
various
it's
music
100
notes in the
hours, probably
world.
spent 50 on
you're
this.
able to find the song and make various challenges.
You spent how many hours playing Mahjong in Yakuza games?
I
remember?
spent about 20 hours playing Mahjong in Yakuza games.
Pretty good
Very
effort,
well.
that, mate.
Yeah,
well
not
done.
bad.
So yeah, there's definitely plenty of content in there outside of the main story, which we're going to be getting our teeth into.
Yeah. So we have Calm,
Bloody hell.
Calm Nibelheim, Costa del Sol, Junon,
Cosmo Canyon.
Cosmo Canyon, Mediel, Gongaga. Yes, that's Gongaga, yeah. And Wutai. Wutai is a big surprise.
Was, yeah, I mean, because I was sure I saw somewhere that suggested that Wutai wasn't going to feature in this part and it would actually be in the third part. So,
Well, there was something in the trailer. I think they hinted at it in the trailer because you see a bit of them going over like a rope bridge on the world map at one point, and I
True.
was like, oh.
that's the only spot that they have the rope bridges.
And that's
isn't it,
the
in
only
world map
spot in the
original?
game that they had the rope bridge. Was Fort Condor confirmed?
Good question.
I don't think it has been, and we had the Fort Condor minigame in intermission, so maybe they're going to skip that.
Very glad to have got through that.
Yeah.
Even with the sort of potential emergency earlier on with Squish 2 Wake, it was like, oh no, we're not going to have to abort, are we?
Yeah. What are you most excited for, guys?
All of it, in my case.
Yeah, of course, we didn't see any Zack stuff this time, but I'm sure
No.
there'll be more.
Oh, they'll definitely, they'll be bringing more into that, I'm sure. Very excited to find
yes,
out.
very excited. That was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth at Tokyo Game Show. Keep us posted on Discord if there's anything else juicy that comes up, and we'll try and watch it. But I think we're going to head off to bed now.
Yes,
And,
pretty good idea for us. But no, thanks for joining us, guys, and we'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.